Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Neil McPherson. Just want to take a quick minute to run over this local AI fleet software real fast. Funky morning, my power went out last night, and of course I left like, oh, I'll just finish this 45 minutes of stuff in the morning, and then my computer wasn't charged, and so it's just giving me heck this morning. But anyway, I'm in here now, and I just want to kind of talk about some of the good things that you can do with this for a local client or even just for your own business, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay, so let me grab a quick drink of coffee. So one of the biggest thing that stood out, this is the tool. You can find clients, so that's a big thing right there. I could go in here and say, fine dining Denver, for example, and find leads. What I like about their leads is, or their categories, that they have built in. We'll get into that in a second. Is a lot of, and I may not run this whole thing on this video, right? But it found me some good leads here that you can then contact. You can add them as a client. And there's a lot you can do with that. I always like tools where you can do the search and then just move them into the CRM within the software essentially. So that's fantastic. I like that it pulls from Perplexity, gives you some really good solid information there. Okay. You can set up AI employees, and there are other tools out there that do this. But what's really different about this is the way you can connect it to QR code campaigns, right? And there's a lot of studies out there right now showing that QR code campaigns combined with SMS campaign or QR code to SMS campaigns work fantastic. And you can kind of really take this, supercharge that strategy. And I'm going to go over some stuff in my bonus training. Especially if you buy the bundle, there'll be even more there. And then they also are sharing some strategies that you can use with local clients to implement this for them. But just think about all the different ways you could use a QR code that goes straight to a chatbot that's built in and has all the pre-loaded questions that their employees would want to answer if somebody said, texted the business, for example, right? And said, hey, do you have this or do you have that? Texting is really the modern way of doing things. It's going to go more and more that way. So I just think kind of helping these clients and the types of clients that would want to modernize a little bit are a little bit more high end, right? Which are the kind of clients you want. They're the kind of clients that have a high value per customer and can pay you a lot of money, right? So even if it's restaurants, fine dining, for example, okay? But different types of lawyers, tax accountant or attorneys. There's all kinds of different uses for these AI employees. Any business really with a front desk could put this right on their front desk. Hey, scan here to get your questions answered. Scan here for the menu. Scan here for this, right? There's a lot of different ways you can use this, for any kind of business. Even for your own stuff, right? If you're promoting a community on social media, for example, or a digital product or a software, and you have an Instagram page or a Facebook page or whatever, and you're posting reels and stuff like that, scan this at the end of all your reels, right? Or on, as the last slide on your post, scan this to learn more. And then what that goes to is like a digital salesperson, basically, right? Pre-programmed with, what their objections are, what their likely, questions are, and then you have this really high tech. And what does that do in the mind of the customer? It gives them a really good first impression of you, of the client, or of you, right? Wow, this company's really on it. It just took me 2 seconds. I scanned this thing. I'm talking to this professional AI bot, that then takes me maybe to their website or to their lead gen funnel or prompts them to the next steps to call or you get their information and then you can send it over to the business. And so you can use it for lead gen, right? So it's a really nice way. Think about that as far as a conversion, strategy. Scan this, and there's a lot of other ways you can use it too, as far as you could do it with contests. And I'm going to share some more stuff throughout the launch, where I was actually kind of going through it, and I thought, okay, just we'll get to this a little bit over the weekend, maybe, of how the different ways you can use this, right? You could use a QR code in a giveaway, and then scan this, and then it takes them to a chatbot that says, hey, do this to join and it walks them through the steps that instead of just a cold lead page, if that makes sense. So it's like a hot way to convert them. All right. So anyway, so you can create your AI employees out there. They have training on that. But what I really wanted to kind of show you here is so you can integrate, you can do, look over the chats, or you can set up a QR code, right? And you can go in here, you can create a new campaign, and they have all these niches preloaded in. Okay. So then here's what's kind of cool. What I went in and did for you. All right. So I took all of their main niches and then like, so for example, if you want to create let me show you here in one of their AI employees. Okay. Back to the dashboard and, so you can train them. Okay. And you have an FAQ right here. So, one of the things I noticed is obviously you can get this information from the business, maybe from their Google profile, stuff like that. But if you want to come off, hey, I've got you covered with 10 starters if they don't have them. So that's one of the main things I've set up for you. Okay. So we have for each of the 19 niches, so 190 total, there's 10 FAQs, right? Already ready. Question, answers. Okay. Then on top of that, for all those niches, we also have QR funnel ad prompts. So if you want to set up ads for them, this will help with that. Local placement guide. So you can kind of figure out, depending on the business, where you should put the QR code within the physical location. Okay. Social scan captions and templates. So I talked about using that on social. So these will help you to just use these captions and hashtags below your post for the different niche. So it's just, a little time saver there. And then also a GPT use case sheet. So additional thing that you can do that I think is a really nice add-on upsell bundle with your package is creating a GPT in addition to the chatbot. What is a GPT? I can't say it this morning. Sorry. Let me grab a drink of coffee. What does a GPT do? The answer is it can do a lot of stuff depending on the business, right? So, as a special bonus, and so these are all the main bonuses that you get here. You get all the FAQs, all the ad prompts, the placement guide, the social scan, and the use case. I can't say that fast enough. Use case sheet for GPT stuff. As if you just pick up the regular license, okay, and you can see on this bonus page here, this is where the regular license is right here. You'll get all these bonuses. If you pick up the bundle, you get all those bonuses and you also get my GPT hookup training. Much easier to say that, right? What this is a training that I created that shows you how to use GPTs as a nice way to approach businesses, right? It's kind of a premium thing. Not everybody has their own GPT yet, but eventually they will want to, right? Insurance companies, anybody with like intake forms, chiropractors, dentists, all these types of businesses because they want to be able to capitalize on the AI stuff, the AI search. They want to be in ChatGPT. They want to be in Perplexity. They want to be in all these places. And these GPTs are a great way to go from the AI straight into more AI, right? It also, you can brand it. I talked about different ways that you can kind of not just sell a GPT, but package it, right? With the landing page, with the manual, with different stuff like that. So we go into that in that training. You also get the prompt set for creating a GPT for any business. Okay. So, in addition, so you just go, like, you get the information from them. There's like 6 or 7 things you need to put in there. Then you use this prompt, you put that in ChatGPT, and it'll spit out the exact instructions that you need. Where you just go in, you paste this into the GPT, and it just takes you a couple of minutes. And then now you have this thing that you can add on for $500 or whatever, or you can give it as a bonus if they sign up for recurring for the AI employees, services, right? Stuff like that. So it's a really nice thing you can pair with this, all right? And then I also put together a guide that has the exact steps that walk you through everything I talk about and gives you some of the best niches to go after for this stuff as well, okay? So you never wonder who you have to go after once you have that list. So just pick up Local AI Fleet. You click this button right here. It'll take you through the sales page. This will take you through the bundle offer, which should be up, not long after the sneak peek goes or the live training in the morning of. Man, I can't talk this morning. I had a heck of a morning, but I wanted to do a good video so you guys kind of got my take on this. I think QR codes to SMS and AI employees is a killer strategy, and there's a ton of ways you can do this. They have a great deal going, so you'll be able to if you get the bonus, comes with white label, I mean the full unlimited everything, and you'll be able to use this for all of your campaigns, for all of your clients, for one pricing. So that's really cool, and you want to take advantage of that while you can, okay? So click the button below this video, and you'll be able to get started. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Your bonuses should be preloaded up in JVZoo. If you have any issues with them, let me know, and we'll get you straightened out. Definitely grab this during the launch. I think it's super solid. See you on the future trainings. Okay, bye for now.